Hey guys, Michael Phoenix Bear here. Just got done with the first and only lawn I guess I'm doing for the day. It's Wednesday, a little after 4, and still got like 30 to do. And I'm trying not to be like too irritated with all this rain because I'm in West Virginia and we kind of coming out of drought conditions. Everything's like green again, but it's just not letting out. So there's like no break to mow, and it wouldn't be too bad if I had a bunch of cookie cutter like level lawns, which I do have a bunch of flat ones, but they're just not. They're just later in the week on the route, but anyway, point is, last couple weeks it was so dry that I actually had to skip some. I'm not in the business of burning up property, so I skipped a few, and there's actually a couple that I shouldn't have skipped if I'd known that it was going to actually do this. It always says it's going to rain and then it just blows right by. But if I'd known it was going to hammer us like this for a week, there's at least 2 properties that I would have definitely mowed last week and they would have been absolutely fine with this. But it is what it is. There's a little bit of revenue. I'm actually thinking of restructuring my how I charge or how I bill to a monthly flat fee. Mostly to do with not really this so much as just after doing this for a few years and servicing the same properties, and some people will charge extra for double cuts and this and that, and I've never done that. I just charge a flat fee and I do weekly, and most of the time I'm cutting. But every once in a while, and I only have a few customers that even say anything, but they won't want cut. And sometimes it's questionable. I know they're just being cheap. The thing is, I like to service the properties every week because in the schedule, the grass is for the most part growing. And even if I'm not cutting, the edges and high spots need hit. Because if not, I'll spend an extra time, even more time on the property the next time. And back to the point, the reason why I was thinking about going to monthly billing, let me know if any of you are in lawn care, landscaping, if you do this. It was because when I start calculating it in the beginning of the season, like March, April, I'm spending sometimes 25% to 50% longer servicing each property due to extra clippings, double, triple cutting. In the spring, you're not worried about burning it out as long as you're not, thinking it's too wet. And then it comes to the summertime where you're spending not nearly as much time on it, even though you're still taking care of it properly. It doesn't take as much time to cut and clean up because you're sometimes single cutting and there's just less clippings. And the edging is pretty much locked in. You got your lines locked in. There's a lot of factors into it. And then get into fall, and sometimes it starts taking longer to clean up again because it's wetter again sometimes, and or leaves, different types of grasses, different rates of growth. So anyway, that's my reasoning as to why I've been thinking about going to a flat rate, because during it's like here's the amount of time it takes to serve your property in the spring versus the summer and the fall, and it's like we can get into me charging different prices every week, every month, or I can just give you a flat fee and you know what you're getting and your stuff's always taken care of. So that's where I'm going with my business and where I'm trying to model things. And I'm not sure if anyone else does. I know there's a lot of people out there who just do straight weekly pay. Sometimes they'll bill at the end of the month but only charge for the cuts they did, and they charge for extra cuts and stuff. I'm like, I just want to go with the straight standard flat billing. It'll cover my fuel charges, my travel, my equipment, everything. Anyway, I don't have any thoughts on that. Anyway, look at that. It's still coming down. Crazy. Anyway, I was planning on doing a few today. This might blow over. I might still be able to go hit a couple small ones that aren't like super certain show yards. I wouldn't hit any of my like pristine properties. I don't mean anything by it. There's just certain ones that you know, when your lawn's like 50% weeds and doing weekly service and it's a little bit wet, it's not a big deal. If you got some nice fescue or, you know, solid bluegrass rye, treated lawn that's, you know, irrigated properly, yeah, I'm not gonna probably cut it and when it's so good. Look at this. It's like bright as could be pouring the rain down. Nonsense. All right, there we go here. I'm gonna drive down the road, see if it stops before my next one. If not, I'll just go home and do some stuff. Like I said, probably just gonna go home because it was already wet earlier, and like I said, I let it dry up a little bit before I came out, which is aggravating. Once again, it's Wednesday and I've done one. So, anybody else in this position? I know a lot of dudes up there in like Midwest area have just been getting hammered all summer. It just hasn't let up. But it's good because that means you definitely have fall work, maybe winter. I've been mowing through December, bro. Anyway, yeah, that's it. All right. Until later, Michael, Phoenix Bear out.